All right, peace to the true ones. Look, it's 100 vehicles that caught on fire in Delhi's electric vehicle charging station. Remember, we just talked about the car batteries catching on fire. Remember, we just talked about this. Just happened, y'all. Let's check this out, man. Let's go read about it. Let's see what's up. It says 100 vehicles catch on fire in Delhi's electric vehicle charging station. Ooh, y'all can go out there and play with that sun if you want to, man, and not listen to what God is saying for everybody to stay in the house, sit still, be quiet, and listen. And you waiting for instructions. Like, people can't do that. They can't. They're scared the government come take their housing, they money. And listen, the only reason that like a lot of the benefits and shit slowed up when you after you know, all the stimulus and stuff that was given for the pandemic, like, people still getting food stamps and stuff, but listen, that would have kept going if people would have stayed on the same page instead of worrying about going out and working. That was the call. That was a big ass trumpet blast telling your ass that, okay, so we're gonna sit down, we ain't gonna worry about nothing, and we gonna write all this stuff out. But people don't know how to sit still and be quiet. Everybody got to be on the go and doing all kinds of shit. And it's dangerous outside right now. And people don't realize that certain areas have been, if you go read Revelations, it tells you that certain areas have been marked off so that they won't be trampled in these times. Those areas are considered the temple. Okay. Remember, you are the temple of God when you are one with God and you have kept the words that God has written on your heart alive. If you kept the love for God alive in you and you let God move and live through you as one, then guess what? You're the temple of God. You are where God dwells, and you have been measured, you know what I mean? Inside of the protection and the people outside of that measurement in the temple, those motherfuckers about to get trampled on. That's why you see all these car fires and shit blowing up, shit on fire, shit. Like, it could be a whole natural disaster in your area, but everybody, you know, and everybody around you is fucked up, but you don't even okay because you have been protected. People scared. Let this shit come. If you stay true, you're gonna be protected. That's just how it is, okay? That's what you gain for being true, for standing firm, for standing firm. So, you just have to have faith, yo. Anyway, it says yesterday a massive fire broke out in Delhi's Jamia Nagar electric vehicle parking station. A total of 7, remember my numbers, 666 and 777s. Those are both God's numbers, okay? No, it says a total of 7 fire tenders reached the spot to douse the raging fires. Just telling you that God is doing all this shit. Delhi Fire Service said that the situation is now under control. The authorities are yet to conclude the reason for the fire. However, it could have happened because of a short circuit. That's what they're saying. It all deals with electricity, the battery, the juice, the power. Okay, it's y'all gonna see. Listen, as per reports, nearly 100 vehicles parked caught fire in the accident. Oh shit! I fucked around and clicked on something. Hold on. Funny, look, DuPont pops up. Ain't that some shit? Hold on. Let me see what the fuck this is. Okay. If you know, you know about the DuPonts. But anyway, them motherfuckers is dead too. They just got a little remnant of some bots lingering around. Anyway, it said, let me go read this where I started before I clicked the thing. The authorities are yet to conclude the reason for the fire. However, it could have happened because of a short circuit. As per reports, nearly 100 vehicles caught fire in the accident, but no one got injured. As many as 30 new e-rickshaws, 50 old e-rickshaws, and 10 private cars, 2 scooters, and a motorcycle were gutted due to the fire spreading through the parking lot. The Delhi Fire Department received the call at 5 a.m. The tenders reached the spot to douse the fire, but not before it spread to char many other vehicles. Okay. This is definitely has to do with electricity. The reason for the fire is not known, okay? It says the exact reason that started the fire remains unknown. However, according to the fire tenders, okay, firefighters, the fire might have started because of a short circuit. Electric vehicle charging stations have high voltage electricity. These chargers are mostly high capacity DC current, so it's direct current chargers that use an astonishing amount of power. Listen, it's too hot for all this shit, man. You can't be People don't understand this heat is different, like, and it's a heat wave that went through India like nobody's business recently. It's been hot as fuck in India, okay? So I don't even know why they would even not understand that the heat is gonna fuck some shit up, and you should shut this shit down. Shouldn't nobody be outside anyway driving around? People don't understand that this is oh my god, you can't just be doing life regularly with earth changes like they are, especially with the sun being as powerful and strong with all this radiation coming down like it is. You can't live life like you used to because it is not what you're used to, okay? It's not, man. Watch this summer, all kinds of people about to die just from the sun. Watch. You think last year was crazy, all the people died from the sun? Watch how many people died this year from the sun. Just from the heat. Just from the energy, the energy from the sun is about to be enormous. Like, they don't even realize how tough this shit finna get on motherfuckers, right? Anyway, it says, even though there are many fail-safe systems like fuse boxes to cut the supply of power automatically, no, that shit is melting, it's burning. The sun is burning that shit up. Sometimes the system does not work. Let me see. As the fire tenders have mentioned, the short circuit is the reason for the fire to start. It may have happened very quickly. This is not an electric vehicle related fire. See, how can they claim this, but they don't even know the reason for the fire? Because they want you to go buy these fucked up ass electric vehicles. Up here it says they don't know the exact reason for the fire. Right here they go say, this is not an electric vehicle related fire. So how you gonna rule that out? Okay, and it happened at an electric charging station. Like, when I read stupid shit, I don't want to keep reading. I'm gonna try and thug it out for y'all right now. But when I get to a stupid part, I just automatically shut down. I know that's not good, but I used to have the tolerance for it, and I would keep reading. But then I'd be like, nah, see, I should listen to my intuition because, I was right. It was some bullshit. But let's keep going because I'm about to show you. It's about to be a whole bunch of bullshit. It says, this is not an electric vehicle related fire. With the rising popularity of electric vehicles, we ought to see, it should be taught, but I don't know. We ought to see more changing, or I don't know, maybe that's how they talk over there. We ought to see more charging stations around our neighborhood in the future. Stricter guidelines may prevent such fires in the future. Even fuel pumps have hazards. There are several hazards in the fuel pumps as well. We have seen several gruesome accidents in the fuel pumps. Yeah, it's a lot of like fuel lines and shit leaking because the cars aren't being built to the quality that they used to. They're just on these assembly lines and everything moving real fast, and people ain't expecting shit like it is. Like, people not building cars like they used to. They just falling apart easily. And like, some of these vehicle fires that are happening that you see on the road and the highways and shit is because like the oil, like, shit has leaked out and it's leaking somewhere and it's really fucking hot. Okay, even like sometimes in the winter it's hotter than normal, and then you're running in this car and it's running as fluids are leaking, which is going to create friction, which creates fire. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Once you're you know what I mean, all your liquids run out, shit start rubbing together, friction is caused, and then the fluid that had leaked that's still like wet on places of the car will drip down into that friction where that spark is, and boom, you got a whole fucking fire. Okay, so things aren't getting built like they used to be built, as well as the batteries catching on fire because of the electricity and the heat from the sun that's melting so much shit, and like it's just is just a real hot situation. Okay, it says fuel pumps. We have seen several gruesome accidents in the fuel pumps, and it is over the years that regulations have made them safer. Obviously not. Electric vehicles charging stations are likely to take the same route. However, there are still many hazards while refilling the fuel tank with highly combustible fuel. One of the most causes of fire at the fuel station is static. We just talked about this just a second ago. The friction, the static electricity, okay? Static electricity is caused by friction that causes an imbalance between the positive and negative charges. When imbalanced surfaces come into contact, they discharge static electricity, which causes a spark. You must have felt that static electricity several times, especially during the winter when the air is dry. See, look, even in the winter, like I told you, it don't matter. That friction come. It's hot anyway. Once your car start getting fucked up in this type of way, it's gonna create some type of heat. It's just not good, man. People just need to listen and like, man, you don't have to be a slave anymore. You can stay home now. You're gonna be alright. Don't worry about like not being able to pay your bills. This shit is shutting down in a minute. You're gonna see that it really don't matter that you went to work, because all the money you work for is gone. Like you've been bamboozled, like, and you still gonna be able to stay in your area. Like you watch what's about to happen, y'all. Y'all don't have to work no more, but y'all like the fear you have of not being provided for through your own means was keeping this shit going. Like I said, that y'all control this shit. Like the government, these motherfuckers, the people that used to control this shit, they dead, y'all. You're controlling it. You controlling this. If you let go of fear, you would see that, and you'd be like, fuck all this shit. For real. You know? Fuck all this shit. You seeing that we're running out of everything. It's not going to be anything left to buy anyway. Shortages everywhere. Like, I will enjoy my life. We gave y'all so much time and money to go and fix your surroundings, like area, up for it to be so that you can be comfortable at home. You know what I mean? That's what I would have did with the extra money they was giving out. You know what I mean? I would have fixed up my surroundings so that I'll be comfortable at home when I knew that I shouldn't be out in these streets the way people is killing, the way people is driving, the way everything is just catching on fire, the way people's attitudes is. I would just fucking stay home and make my surrounding area peaceful and not allow anybody in it that's going to disrupt my peace. Nobody. People can't even come into my area. Like I prayed a prayer so hard that if people don't love me, they cannot come down my street. Okay? They can't come down my street. All right? And they cannot come to my door. Okay? And they cannot come inside of my house. They cannot come in my yard. Okay? To keep myself in peace, in a bubble. Okay? So I got peace in my life. These evil motherfuckers don't. Not at all. They run around here with their chicken, cut off. Well, yeah, their chicken's cut off too, but with their heads cut off like a chicken. Let me see. It was just a fire at the chicken factory the other day in one of them states. There's a whole bunch of chicken places caught on fire, y'all. That raise chickens. It says, on rare occasions, the static electricity can cause sparks near fuel. I basically already said all this already. I said that they're just going to repeat what I already said because I know what's going on, y'all. I don't even have to read this shit. I be knowing what's going on already before they even write about it because I've been watching it happen in a whole nother way. I'm watching this shit happen. I don't have to turn on the news or nothing. My eyes are all over the planet watching everybody. Like, and that don't mean I'm watching everything at the same time, but I am, because I can step outside of that. I can step outside of watching, and just live a regular, normal life. And all my spirits will still hold me down. Like, y'all gotta get in tune with yourself and see how multifaceted you are. But I be knowing what's going on. All right. All I gotta do is ask one of my eyes what's going on. You know what I mean? Or send an eye to that place and watch. But we have eyes everywhere. That's why there's eyes all over the sky. Those are God's eyes watching everybody. When you be seeing those big ass eyes in the sky, those are God's eyes watching everything. You know what I mean? On top of that, we have a whole army, just fleets on top of fleets on top of fleets of our family in the sky and their spaceships watching too. Everybody watching. And like I said before, even our family on other planets, they can tap into and watch. They don't even have to hop in a spaceship. All you gotta do is send an eye and can watch it like watching TV. Anyway, peace to the true ones. That's it. Shit on fire. We just talked about car batteries in my my video about the blackouts that's coming in. The energy collapse is imminent. You know what I mean? In that video, we talked about this for a little bit. But yeah, it's happening. This happened, yesterday? Peace to the true ones.